Kiholo, located on the west coast of the Big Island of Hawaii, is an important resting and foraging habitat for juvenile and subadult green turtles, or as they're known in Hawaii, Honu. The northeast portion of the bay is bounded by an 1859 lava flow from the Mauna Loa volcano. In this area there are two semi-enclosed bodies of water, Vainanali'i Lagoon, the remnants of a very large Hawaiian fish pond filled in by the 1859 flow, and an inland Hawaiian fish pond. The inland pond is composed of two sections connected by a 75-meter long, 3 to 4 meter wide channel, effectively making them one large pond. Section 1 has an area of approximately 0.4 hectares and is about 2 meters deep at its greatest. On the north end is the channel leading to Section 2. The largest part of the pond is Section 2. It is approximately 0.9 hectares in area with a maximum depth of 2.5 meters. Leading from the ocean to Section 1 is a channel called an awai, through which turtles are able to enter and exit the pond. During falling tides, the currents are quite strong and prevent turtles from entering the pond. The two green turtles shown here are trying to move up the awai into the pond, unfortunately without much luck. Once the tide turns, water begins flowing back into the pond and turtles are able to move up the awai. Two green turtles are making their way up the awai, going with the tide and into Section 1 of the pond. Once through the awai, Honu may well remain in Section 1 for a period of time, but more often they'll move into Section 2 through the connecting channel. Whether in Section 1 or 2, Honu will swim leisurely around for a period of time and then begin to feed or rest. Honu can often be seen feeding in the shallow areas where there is solid substrate for algae to grow on. As you may have noticed, some of the Honu have a lot of algal growth on their dorsal surface, and we take this to indicate that they spend all or nearly all of their time in the pond. They are truly residents and rarely venture out into the ocean. Many Honu entering the pond will begin resting along the sides of the pond or may even settle down into the sediment on the bottom. In some cases, they crawl out and bask, sometimes for hours before moving back into the water. The ancient Hawaiian fish pond at Kiholo represents an important forage and resting habitat for approximately 100 juvenile and subadult green turtles. While in the pond, they gain shelter from harsh ocean conditions and are protected from predation by tiger sharks frequenting Kiholo Bay. Algae utilized within the pond may be vital to the turtle's nutrition and somatic growth, given that published findings indicate that at least one coastal aggregation of green turtles on the same coastline has reached carrying capacity. The fish pond is an important resource for the Honu of Kiholo Bay and should be maintained in a condition that will continue to allow them unhindered access.